Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Kohalom La Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, which means all praises to Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. And the spirit, I'm just sitting here meditating in the spirit, and spirit had me look up the definition of black, and for all the brothers who seen that whole ass nigga Spike Lee's movie about Malcolm X, it's a scene in that movie where that Muslim dude had him look up, the word white in a dictionary and the word black in a dictionary, you know, and you can Google or go to YouTube and put in the scene, but pretty much gonna go through the same thing um of the scene of that movie, but it's gonna be scriptural, so Lord willing, it's edifying. And I'm gonna get to the first definition. This is black, of the very darkest color, owing to the absence or complete absorption of light, the opposite of white. So black is pretty much of that definition means void of light. Void of light. How can we be void of light when Yahweh Shah told us this? Salakia. This is Matthew 5 and 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. So we are the light of the world, man. Verse 15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven, man. So how can we be black if we're holding this light? How can we be black if we have this light? This is Proverbs 6 and 23. It says, for the commandment is a lamp and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So how can you say you are a black Hebrew Israelite? Black means void of light, meaning you have no light. So all these guys calling themselves black Hebrew Israelites, it's because of this right here. If you calling yourself a black Hebrew Israelite, well, this scripture fits you. This is Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. It's because there is no light in them, man. So guys that's going around calling themselves black Hebrew Israelites, man, is because they have no light in them, man. Who is the light? The light is these scriptures. The light is this word. The light is Yahweh Shai. So if these guys calling themselves black, it's because they have no light. It's because they do not have Yahweh Shai. The next one, it says, of the sky or night, completely dark, owing to non-visibility of the sun, moon, or stars. Non-visibility of the sun, moon, or stars, man. Well, the scripture says that we are the stars, you know. Yahweh Basham Yahushua told Abraham that he will multiply us as the stars of heaven. We represent those stars. This is then Daniel 12 and 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. What's in the firmament? What's in the firmament? For brothers that don't know, this is Genesis 1 verse 17. And the Most High set 16. Genesis 1 verse 16. And Elohim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And Elohim set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth, in the firmament of heaven. Daniel 12:3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. You know? So we gonna shine as the stars, man. So how can you call yourself black, but you gonna shine as let me go back to the definition. Completely dark owing to no visibility of the sun, moon, or stars. You know? And the sun, moon, man, is representation of this wisdom that we have with Revelation, the 12th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. The woman that was clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, that represents Israel. That represents us having this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding. So if you calling yourselves black, that means you don't have no light in you, man. You don't have no sun, moon, or stars, man. Because the sun, moon, and stars gives off light, which is this knowledge. You know? Yahweh Shai even said it. Salakia. Like I said, brothers, bear with me. This is all I have no no set scriptures put together. This is Matthew 13:43. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear, man. You know? So we supposed to shine, man. And when Moses came out of the mount, scripture says his face shined, man. His face shone, man. You know, Ecclesiastes 8:1. Who is who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. You know, so if you got this word, if you got this light, your face is going to shine, man. You know, and man's wisdom maketh his face to shine. That's why when we be out in the public, man, all these people be staring at us weird, man. You know, because they see a glow on us, man. You know, not to mention they got demons all on their ass. Hey, but they see that glow on us, man. For a guy to call himself a black Hebrew Israelite, man, that's not according to doctrine, man. That's not according to the word of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, man. Those guys that calling themselves black are just that, man. They're in utter darkness, man. It says deeply stained with dirt. Deeply stained with dirt, you know. Hey, the scripture says, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab this one real fast first. 2 Corinthians 11:2, it says, for I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you a chaste virgin to Yahweh Shai. That's not the one I was looking for. That's not the one I was looking for. I was looking for the one without blemish, without spot. This is Ephesians 5:27, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish, without blemish, you know, faultless, unblameable, you know, without blemish, without dirt, man, you know. Hey, because, hey, we supposed to be washed, man. We supposed to be washed, you know. There's a couple of them real fast. Ephesians 5:26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. If you're washed, that means you're clean. That means you're not dirty. Hebrews 10:22, let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. So if our body's washed with pure water, that means we're not deeply stained with dirt. These guys are deeply stained with dirt, man, with filth, which is the madness of this world, man. That's what they're stained with. They're stained with the philosophies, man, of this world, man, of the so-called white man, of they daddy Esau, man. You know. Then it says of a plant, an animal, whatever. You know, served, whatever. Of any human group, right? Which is bullshit, whatever. Because there is no such thing as um, a black person, man. There's different shades of brown, man. And that's why these guys that call themselves black Hebrew Israelites or black supremacists or black whatever, man. These guys are hirelings, man. They're joined hand in hand with the so-called white man, man. With Esau Edom. They join hand in hand with the devil, man. The third definition of a period of time or situation characterized by tragic or disastrous events causing despair or pessimism, man. Hey, and that's what they try to portray upon us, man. You know, that's what they try to portray upon us. Um, um, it's one in Esther, man. You know, with Haman. Uh, Bear with me, brothers. Baba Kusha. This is Esther 3 and 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, which the kingdom of the Persians was a vast kingdom, man. It was 127 provinces. You know, you could call them states today. The United States has 50 states, or the Persian Empire had 127 states. And it just said that Israel was scattered amongst all those states. You know, so our history is vast, man. We were scattered throughout the earth in numerous captivities. You know, but the point is, um, and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them, man. You know, and in Nehemiah, you know, when those whole ass heathens wanted to help us build, we told them no. They tried to hinder the building, man. Then they wrote to the Persian king and said that this kingdom is rebellious. You know, they don't follow the laws of the king. You know, so so that term that they use right here, characterized by tragic or disastrous events causing despair and pessimism, is when we were ruling, man. It's when we in our right minds, man. Wisdom of Solomon's second chapter says that it is grievous for these heathens even to behold us, man. You know, Revelation of the 11th chapter says that we put torment on these heathens, man, when we in our right mind, man. You know, why you think they would put this label black upon us, man? Because we give them hell, man. Characterized by tragic or disastrous events, yeah. When we whooping their ass, man. So now they want to put this character of black upon us, man. Next definition of a person's state of mind full of gloom or misery, very depressed, you know? And that's how miserable, unhappy, sad, wretched, brokenhearted, heartbroken, grief stricken, grieving, sorrowful, sorrowing. anguished, desolate, despairing, you know? Shit, if anything, shit, then that's us right there, man. Motherfuckers want to call us black. Black is in miserable. Black is in unhappy, man. To be in this goddamn place, man. Unhappy, miserable that the goddamn devil is ruling, man. It says the next one, presenting tragic or harrowing situations in comic terms, full of anger or hatred, very evil or wicked. And that's what you portray, man, when you put that label upon yourself, man. Esau Edom put it on you. Why, man? Because he wants you to think of yourself as the very evil or wicked. He wants the rest of the world to think that's what you are, man, when that's really what he is, man. Esau Edom is the real black man, man. He is the real evil or wicked one. He is the one that's full of anger or hatred, man. He the one that's tearing the nations in his anger, man. You know, Isaiah 14. You know, he ruled the nations with a rod angrily, man. Who smote the nations in his anger? Why? Because he want the birthright back, man, which was never his in the first place. Romans 9, man. Before the children were even born, that election might stand, man. You know? So, yeah, man, I'm gonna end it on that. Lord willing, this was edifying, to brothers. You know, hey, that word black man is dead, man. You know, black culture is dead, black people is dead. Like all that shit is dead, man. If you still calling yourself black in 2017, then you deserve death, man. You deserve death, you know? So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And salutations to all you brothers who preach in the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity, who's rightly dividing the word of truth directly and correctly. Blessings and salutations to you, brothers. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.